Hey friends, it's me, the Ebony Otaku, the well-rounded nerd, trying another video on the iPad. I've got 4 ways to record, and I just want to see how this one works. Might be great, might be a mistake. I'm a risk taker. So, in my Transformering celebration, November is shaping up to be the month of the Transformers, of Transformers One specifically. But the night that I went to go see Transformers One with my husband, we went to the Target ahead because that's what you do. And I managed to find Bumblebee, who I failed at transforming in the last Transformers video. Oh my goodness, it was so bad. It was so bad. I'm gonna learn to transform these, I promise. But today I wanted to take a D16 Megatron out the box, which my Megatron Galvatron collection is actually pretty significant. I was thinking about the figures that I have the most of because I collect based on the figures I love, not just, oh, I want the whole complete collection, except Sailor Moon. When I collect Sailor Moon dolls, which will probably be 10 years before I see another set that I want those, like, I need all the scouts. But all the ancillary characters I'm not as worried about. Like, I don't really care about getting Tuxedo Mask. I have 2 Tuxedo Masks because they came with a set that I ordered, but I want the scouts. That's who I'm most concerned with. If I'm ever privileged to get a set of Sailor Starlights, that would make me happy. But yeah, those are the ones I want to set up, or like Spy Family. I want like our 3 mains and the dog. you know. But then like a show like Chainsaw Man, I really only care about Denji and Power. Like, there's no one else from that show I care about. Oh, Pochita. I care about Pochita, but Pochita usually comes with Denji. Got a big Pochita. Oh, you can't see him stuffy back there, and a few little 3D prints of him that I've done. But yeah, so I don't collect everything from every series, but Transformers and Sailor Moon are definitely my most prolific collections. I definitely talk more about one than another. Why is that? I gotta get back on my Sailor Moon series, don't I? I was doing the dolls and the show. I made it up to Sailor Mercury, I believe. So I believe Mars is next. Have I done Mars? I don't think I've done Mars. I think I'd done Mercury, so now it's time to talk about Sailor Mars. But we don't care about that right now. We care about this. So when I picked up this figure and did the video on the night that I got it, someone had mentioned in the comments that I have to be careful with this guy because he is fragile AF and super breakable. Which that's one of the drawbacks of some of, not all, but some of the modern toys. Like right in front of me, let me grab the scale. The SH figure arts, they are very well made. I've got all the Sailor Scouts in these, and there's a couple of others that I've collected. Like I've got your Forger, obviously I've got Power. I'm gonna look for Dingy, and then like the other 2 of the family. For Spy Family, I'll get those, but you know, that's, you know, but these are very well made figures, but they are also crazy expensive. Like, I think on the Sailor Moons, it took me 2.5 years to get all of them because they're $60-$70 a piece. I think the cheapest I got one of them was like 45, and it was Sailor Saturn. Yeah, I know, right? Like, why was she the cheap one? And she was just sitting on that store shelf, just minding her own business. I could not believe she was there. And when I picked her up, the store was like, "We can't believe she sat here as long as she did because Sailor Saturns don't last." But yeah, this Power, the price tag is still on her. She was $72. I got her several months ago, but yeah, she very well made. I can feel the heft of the figure through the box. Like that, she's $70. That's why she's still in the box. She ain't coming out anytime soon. But yeah, there are still well made figures out there that have heft and weight to them. Like the bust that I have. This is an action figure, but this is I bring my bust out, phrasing. My Transformers bust out once in a while. Like this hot rod is number 30 of 4,000. It was a collaboration between Hasbro and some artists, and he's a cold cast porcelain hand painted bust. And I love him. He's one of my favorites. I've got several of these cold cast statues, but he's a hefty boy, and I need to get the air brush out and dust my figures. Um, but yeah, so that's a well made figure. And a lot of the newer stuff, especially if it's made primarily for kids, it's just not great anymore. It's not well made. It's quantity over quality, and to get quality figures, you got to spend some coins. I will admit that the night that I got this guy and B, I may have signed up for, give Tarjay all my information in exchange for 20% off. And it was on sale. So I got him for like $14. I'll take it. So for him to not be the greatest quality for 14 bucks, okay. If he was 40 bucks and not good quality, I would have issue. Like over here, come here, Bumblebee. This is the Bumblebee from, and he's got a coin stuck to his foot. What country is this from? I have change from every country but my own. I think this is a Filipino peso. Yeah, this is Philippines peso. Uh, but yeah, I do stick tape to their feet, even though he's flat, so he doesn't shake if I move my desk. But he is from the Studio series. I can feel how much better his quality is than some of my new Transformers One figures. Like I got my Alpha Trion. There we go. It's great to have the mic because when I lean away, you can still hear me. I've got Alpha Trion down there, but he might stay in the box because I'm worried that if he's not great quality, if I take him out of the box, he's gonna fall apart. I don't know, but I was told that this guy is not the best quality. That's why I'm wearing that low quality tirade. We'll see. I was told be careful opening him. This doesn't feel heavier than the cardboard it's in. Oh man, he looks great, but he might not be built great. So let's find out. Oh, I've been a little scared to open him, but this is a huge box, and he's going to take up too much space if he doesn't come out of the box. But I'm going to have to find a place to put him where he's not going to be touched or damaged at all. I have to find the spot. I do love. I showed the box art last time. I love the box art on these. Beautiful. I really hope the movie ends up making a good profit because I'd love to see another one. Yeah, I've said it before after watching the War for Cybertron series on Netflix. She rocks with Megatron. Megatron's not wrong. He's not. No, that is the business and the hill upon which my beautiful corpse shall be laid. That is. I stand on that business. I think that was just the transforming instructions. Look, the last time I tried to transform Bumblebee, it did not work. We ain't transforming him today. Nope. I don't need that aggravation. But here are the instructions. They will go in my pile of transforming instructions. I'm going to come back to Bumblebee, but not today. Okay, so I was told be careful extricating him. So if I'm looking at this correctly, it says he's Megatron and D-16. So if you don't know, spoiler alert, you should have seen the movie by now. Go watch it again. It's great. Um, he is, excuse me, Megatron. He is, um, it's kind of a buddy movie. Megatron pre-Megatron as D-16, he's very hopeful. He's actually like the ideal citizen of Cybertron. He is, very much pro-establishment. He understands his place in the world, and he believes that those who are in charge to take care of him and try to make a better world for all Transformers, that they're doing that, and then dreams get dashed. And to have one's entire worldview kind of blow up in your face, I personally identify with that. I'm not going to get too deep because that's not the kind of channel this is. um but I think most adults, once they hit a certain age, once you get to your late 30s 40s, there's a good chance you've gone through something that has made you question everything. I've had that moment happen in my life, and actually it was regarding church and stuff, and I'm not going to go too deep into it. um but I hit a point in when I was about 28, 29ish, where I learned some things about the religious organization I was a part of, and I was just like, oh. And then I learned more about just the greater world of the version that I was a part of, and I was just like, oh. um I don't think I like this. And it made me question a lot of things. And I had a crisis of my own beliefs and faith for several years, as a result of that. Because when you're presented with, when you think something is one way and then you uncover ugly truth, it has an effect on us. You're not human if it doesn't have an effect on you. Now, am I still a Christian? Yes, I am. But I am rather particular about sources of learning, and religious participation now, because as a result of that. What I didn't do, okay, let me not fib. I initially went on a burn down the world mission. Figuratively, I was so taken aback by, I guess, I don't know, the rose colored glasses falling off to the world that I was in, that it hurt, and my feelings exploded all over the place. Did not know how to control them. I was also in my 20s, so 20-year-olds a little hot-headed, and I about burnt some bridges with people because I was just so mad at things I had uncovered and learned. And I think in one video I'd said that the when he goes from D-16 to Megatron, that it's not as earned as it could have been. But now that I think back in my own experience, the moment the veil was lifted off of my eyes and I understood some things, I was real mad in that moment. I was tear the world apart mad. So yeah, it was earned, because that's what happens when people think the world is one way and then you get introduced to reality. And it's like, oh, that's not what it is. That's never what it was. And I've been a part of the lie. It hurts. And that's what he went through. He found out that not only had he been lied to, but he was a part of perpetuating the lie, and everything he believed in really didn't exist. And yeah, he turned to the dark side. And I can say for a couple of years, I just couldn't be bothered. Could not be bothered. Um, so yeah, I rocks with Megatron. I rock with D-16. I get it. I feel like on this side of my life that when you're a kid, you root for the heroes, right? You're that, especially in like the 80s and 90s, most shows didn't have like an anti-hero. Like that's a very, it's not a modern concept. Anti-heroes have existed before, but really making them the central focus of stories, that's kind of a more modern thing, like your Batmans, the Deadpools out there. The hero that is it real? Are we really supposed to root for them? That kind of hero. Or when you watch like a show like Adventure Time, are we really supposed to like Princess Bubblegum? Like she seems a little dictatory. She seems a little eugenicky in her methods. Introducing those characters that are questionable but relatable. And that brings us back into when good fiction is doing what it's supposed to do, when it makes you ask those questions. Am I supposed to root for him? Am I supposed to actually hate him? Because I kind of identify with him. So I'm not sure I can really hate him if I understand where he's coming from. Like his feelings are valid. But Orion Pax's feelings are also valid. You don't have to burn the world down because you discovered that what you believed or thought you believed wasn't working out with the humans. Because there's one thing about people, including robot people, um, people will always disappoint you. Always. We're very good at it. It's like our primary feature. You want to be disappointed? Put your faith in people. And that was the big lesson I learned. I don't know. I'm wondering if with this movie, or hopefully movie series, that if there's another kind of arc they take with it. Is there a redemption arc for Megatron? Because I know personally, I went through a lot of learning and change in that part of my life. And the person I am now and the person I am then, they are very different. Still the same core. But I see the world much differently than I used to. I approach people, other people's beliefs, I approach humans differently. And I actually approach with more humanity than I probably did, you know, 15 years ago. Now that I think about how I have personally evolved over time, because while my feelings were valid and my reaction honestly was very human, I couldn't wallow in bad feelings forever. That's not productive for anyone, especially not me. So at some point, I had to decide, you know what? I can either hold on to these feelings so hard that they are a detriment to my life, or I can choose to rise above and accept what I've learned and then go out and do better. I'm kind of hoping that he gets kind of an arc like that at some point if they continue the series. Like, does it have to always be Optimus versus Megatron? If they were buddies in this version of the universe, if they were friends, can they be restored? Because I have friends in that time period that I broke fellowship with. Well, and they broke fellowship with me. Like, I blew up the world. And I've had friendships restored over the past few years where I've sat down and had long conversations with people, candid, honest conversations, been real with people. I think there can be redemption. I think that would be a beautiful arc if these two halves could come back together and rebuild that brotherhood they had, because their friendship was actually quite beautiful to see. He was Orion's protector. He kept him out of trouble. Optimus, to be fair, started out a whole lot like Rodimus, out there doing things he ought not be. And I kind of love that because Rodimus does not get the love that he should get. I love Rodimus Prime because I've always loved the leaders that the world took a risk on. And when Orion Pax becomes Optimus, he was a leader the world took a risk on. He didn't show up responsible and doing the right thing. He was actually like the worst choice for leader in his origin. And so was Rodimus. But a lot of times, the people that didn't ask to be leaders end up being the ones you really want. Because people who are out there seeking power, we're going to side eye them. That's real topical. So let's be careful taking him out, because now that I've talked all about his backstory, I want him to stand up with the other Megatrons. I think what I'm going to end up doing one day is rearranging all. I'm over here directing with a knife. I'm going to end up rearranging all of my Transformer shelves. That'll be a fun set of videos, to where I put them in with their characters. So, like, I'll have a Megatron shelf, an Optimus shelf, a Rodimus shelf, a Alita 1 shelf. So, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I've got like 12 cubbies over there. So, and I love rearranging and organizing. I'm weird that way. I'm being very careful with him. Let me put him in my lap, because I was warned that he's fragile and I don't want to break him. That's why I'm not going to try to transform him. The Bumblebee felt sturdy enough to try that with. This one, since I've been warned, I heed warnings. I ain't no fool. I'm no fool. No siree. I want to live to be 103. Now, remember that Jiminy Cricket cartoon? I play it safe for you and me, 'cause I'm no fool. I love those old cartoons. Love them. Oh, this is that little something wing thing. What is it called? Whirlwing. Oh, how cute is he? Y'all, there's a sound wave out there that comes with all his cassette tapes with Rumble and Laserbeak and the other one whose name I keep forgetting. He's $119. Come on, Prime Day. I really want him. He probably won't go on sale though, but we'll see. Oh, this one. He's pinned in here. He is pinned in for sure. But yeah, I think that would be a cool way to reorganize those shelves. Um, I like organizing. I'm weird. Like, I'm about to do the garage this coming Sunday. I'm gonna get in there and rearrange the garage, because my husband's garage is about done. So I want to get stuff organized, so that when we call movers to move his stuff from one garage to another, that they can just take it out and I can put my cooking stuff in. So, is there any other gun? No. Wait, let me turn. Oh, there's something wrapped in paper. Y'all know I threw Elite One's gun away once. Didn't even realize I'd done it. I bought another one just to have the gun. I'm sorry, Sammy. It flew to the side. It didn't hit him. It landed right in front of his bed. I'm sorry, Pookums. Mommy didn't mean it. You still precious? You mommy's precious boy? Yes. My dog. I love him more than most humans. What's in our little sachet here? This looks like the packaging that Mr. A just wrapped up the cure for Timmy in. Oh, this is a lot of little pieces. Secret and M reference. Oh. This must be for transforming into Megatron. So he's both at once. He is... Oh, so this gap here must be where Webwing goes. Whirlwing, not Webwing. He must hook onto him somehow back here. Oh, the fragile of it all. Oh. I want a little robot dragon that sits on my shoulder. That'd be awesome. He's not going to stay. All right. So, okay. Oh, that's actually kind of okay. Okay, so my other camera, I can hold stuff out here. So I have to learn what I can do with what camera. Look at this. Look, you close him and he automatically transforms. Kind of dope. I'm not even going to pretend that's not like the greatest thing ever. So he must clip on his back somehow here. I don't know how though. Why does he get a pet? Was this in the movie? I don't remember this. I have to wait for that movie to come to HBO to see if I can spot him. That's look, I transformed one. Does this count? It doesn't count. It counts. Okay. All right. And this particular version, I like what they did here. He doesn't turn into a handgun. He turns into a little tank. It's kind of great. It's kind of awesome. Oh, all those no, all these little pieces go on the little dinosaur guy. Oh my. It's like battle armor for him. Well, maybe I can do that. We're going to set y'all, when I tell you my lighter just fell. I have a lighter in here for my incense and my candles. And I set Megatron down and all the little pieces went flying. This cute little lighter. What time is it? Oh, I have to go meet my husband for dance class soon. We take dance lessons together. So these are all for him. Okay, so they don't go on Mega Galva D16 Tron. Oh yeah, it's a little battle armor for him. I was this in the movie? I don't remember him. I mean, it's cool, but I don't remember him. How does this go on? It says it just this is obviously the way it goes. Obviously. See, and now we're back to the am I going to break it? Okay, let's put his head in first. Ooh, it does feel fragile and flimsy. Oh, see, I don't like that. I don't like it feeling like if I do anything other than look at it, it's going to break. Okay, we're not going to do that right now. I feel like I'm going to break him. But that he's cool, so I'm going to gather up his little pieces and find a spot for them to live. In the meantime, but let's look at D16. Well, that's quite the little crotch rocket he's got there. We're gonna. Oh, that's what folds up and goes in his back. That looks better, kinda. Does legs straighten up at all? Okay, the legs do straighten up. He was looking a little ratchet there. They look a little disproportionate. Okay, that looks better. He looked like he'd been riding a horse for a while through the desert. It had no name. It feels good to get out of the rain. So does this little ball just sit up here? No, that's not where that goes. It's got to go somewhere. Or maybe I just accidentally figured out where it goes. Oh, it does go there. Okay, well, I had that part right. All right, so he's just carrying a little ball of death on his back. I like him. He he doesn't feel flimsy, but I'm scared to transform him since somebody warned me that he was hard to transform and that he was flimsy. So I'll have to make a decision on transforming him. I don't know what my decision will be, but for now, he will go with the rest of my Megatrons. D16 Megatron. I'm looking for a bot in finance. Real thick. Matrix. Okay, I'm done. I sing that dumb thing all day long, but like substitute the lyrics. Like I talk about my dog, like I'm looking for a dog in finance. Are you a dog in finance, Sammy? Are you a dog in finance? Yes. I'm looking for a dog in finance. Real cute. Eats food. Okay, I'm done. All right. My dog's like, can you please be finished so I can get out of this room? You chose to come in here. You tired from doing nothing? You just had the biggest yawn. All that nothing is exhausting, isn't it? Anywho, but yeah, I think I like him. I'm going to find him. Look, he's even got a little smile. That's different from the other Megatrons. Look at his little smile. He's not disillusioned yet. He still has hope. Your hopes will be dashed. As always. And let me know how this video quality is. I don't know. From here, it looks great. From your position, it may be awful. We'll find out. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.